how are you guys? How was your hair appointment?
It was actually good. It didn't take as long as usual because she did less
Like balayage?
Less
yeah,
foils?
foils, yeah. Files like came out of my head and I was like, wait, that's not the right word.
Files.
I love like the really fine highlights. So I always have like a
Yeah.
million foils in my head.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
usually what my hairdresser does. And she's like a perfectionist. So she just like it's so slow. It takes forever.
That really does take so long.
But it's
Okay,
so
wait.
worth it.
How much was it?
200.
Guys,
How much are you paying?
mine was 400.
What did you get
tip?
done?
No, it was 350 before tip, 400. I tipped her 50.
What did you do? What did you get done?
My hairstylist moved salons, so like now she's doing her own. Like she rents out her station and she increased her prices, and it used to be that a haircut and color was like included in the same price. It was like 250 and now it's separate. And I didn't really know it was gonna be 350, and then at the end she was like, okay, 350.
How long did it take? Do you know how many hours?
Like 4 or 5. Like normal, the same amount it always takes her to do it.
Yeah, I got there at 10:45, 10. Mine took like 3 hours, so I guess. Like, because they charge kind of per hour and per product.
Yeah, it just does make me think I need to find someone new, I guess.
But yeah,
'cause
that is a
seems
lot.
How much was the haircut portion?
Like at least 75, I think.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
lot. And you
Yeah. I
didn't
think
get
that's
anything
kind of like-
crazy.
No, I just got a
cut.
fucking trim.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I could do
like,
that.
Mine took so long to cut my hair.
I
like,
love
How
the
long did
layers you
yours
got.
take?
Thank you.
How long
Me?
did the haircut portion take?
I feel like maybe almost an hour. I don't know. It felt like forever.
Yeah. I feel like honestly though, like my haircuts have been like around 75 or 80 for like a few years. So I don't think that's like that far off, but I don't know if there's a different sometimes they do different things for like trims.
Yeah, I feel like if you're getting a
Versus-
trim, that should just be included in the color. Like,
Yeah, it usually is too. Frick. Okay, damn. Maybe I need to find someone. But I love her.
I don't know. Good luck. Yeah, I almost would pay more just to go to someone that I
Same.
like and trust.
Same.
Yeah.
I've
I've never experienced liking it until this girl. Like I used to like be like, yeah, I love it, and then cry when I get in the car.
Maybe
Yeah.
she could start doing a little bit more of a natural color, and then you don't have to go as often, but you could still like.
That's what I was doing before, and then I went back more blonde.
Yeah.
I've been looking at pictures of myself when it was darker, and I was like, ooh, I like that. So
You always like what you don't have anymore.
No, I don't. I think after we get married, I'll dye it like brown.
I was thinking about that. I go back and forth on it, but I just feel like blonde is like me.
It's so
Me
you.
too.
I can't imagine you with like dark hair, like really dark.
Even just going like blonde was not like my favorite.
Yeah.
But there is one creator that I thought she looked so good blonde.
Aspen Ovard?
Oh,
Her name
she's
is
cute.
Maddie from Choose Your Glow.
Oh, I don't
And
know.
she went from blonde back to brunette, and she looks really good as a brunette. So I always kind of like think about hers because it just looks so good. But
It makes your hair look healthier. Like you all around
Yeah.
look more healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I'd
know.
have to find the right color though, because I did dye my hair like dark brown at one point, and it washed me out way too much. So I'd have to like find the right combination.
Yeah. So how was your tapping session?
It was good.
Good.
I feel like when you're like first starting with like a therapist or anything, it does like take some time to just kind of like get in a flow.
Yeah.
And so we just like talked for the first part, and then we did like tapping for the second part. But I realized I've been like filling like through the tapping, I made this connection of like I've been filling up my calendar to like avoid having to like sit with my thoughts or like making
Oh.
myself feel more busy.
Uh-huh.
And then it's this like vicious cycle because then I feel burnt out and then I like can't do anything. And then I don't take the time to like just sit with myself.
I
And
feel
so
that.
it was a really good like eye-opening thing. And I
I
have to
bet the talking in the session helps. Like, because if it was just the tapping and then like you're just done.
well, I don't know, because like I made that connection while we were tapping.
Oh, Interesting.
So
Oh, that's so cool.
yeah,
Do
I
you
was
go
like,
in to tapping with one main focus that you're gonna like think about?
she like walks me through, like we like talk, and then she like picks like one or two of the things that we like talk about
Okay.
to like guide me through a tapping session. So like
Okay.
and like I have to ask her a little bit more about this or just like read up on it, but like we tap through like what I'm actually thinking, and
Mhm.
then she also like opens up the conversation to like what it would look like if it changed too. So like we start like
Okay.
I'm feeling like I have to be doing something at all times in order to be successful. And so
Mhm.
like we'll tap through that, and then she'll be like, I wonder what it would be like if I let that go and allowed
Mhm.
like myself to like have more time to myself, or like,
Oh, that's cool.
be with myself. So like you're kind of like it's I don't know how like all of it works, but it's just really cool to kind of like have her guide me through something like that's really specific to me. But
Yeah.
she recommended Gala Darling has like a morning like tapping thing that it's like 5 minutes. And so I want to start trying to do that like once
Is
a week.
that like on what platform?
YouTube.
Okay.
So it's Gala, Gala, Darling, I think is her last name.
Huh. I'll
Or
look
just
into
like
that.
her handle. I know. I was like, because I was like, I need to like practice like just adding it into the mix of things. But
That's really cool and interesting because I thought it was just like childhood trauma or like not childhood, but just like any like intense things I didn't know. It could be just daily struggles and
yeah,
like mindset blocks. That's really
yeah,
cool.
I really like it so far. I almost like wish there was like another one per month.
Is
Because I
it
feel like
just once a month?
yeah. So I feel like, I don't know, maybe once a month is good. But it's kind of similar to therapy. I think we like talked about this where like I don't really, if I like when I find another therapist, like I don't want to start weekly again. Like I want to do like every other week, even though I know it like, can kind of slow down the process. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel
I
like
really
every
need
week
to
is
get
a
on
lot.
that,
Yeah.
finding a therapist.
Yeah, that's my goal for next year.
Same. Hopefully January.
Yeah.
But it's like genuinely hard. Like there's like genuinely not a lot of people, especially in person is the problem. Like
You want to do in
I really don't
person?
want to do Zoom. Yeah.
Would you do like over the phone?
I would really prefer not. Like, because when I would do it with my therapist over the phone or over Zoom, like we literally would have connection issues, or like I'm just not able to really get into my like feelings as much over
Yeah.
Zoom. I think it's different than like having the in-person connection.
Yeah. That's good to know about yourself though, because I feel like there's a lot of people that would probably like push you into virtual
Yeah,
because it's
that's
like what
interesting. That's interesting though, because I was just thinking right now, like it's different with you guys. In my head, I was thinking,
I
like,
know, I
oh,
was
we've
thinking
met
that
before
too.
and then established the connection, but we literally haven't.
Yeah.
So maybe it is different. Maybe I could do it over Zoom.
Maybe you can always like test it out and just see like how you feel about it. And then if you're like,
True.
no, hell no, I can't do this again, then
True.
you could just like find somebody new. But I feel like I want to try like just phone instead of Zoom. Because I could like go on like a walk while I do it or something.
Oh,
Mm,
okay.
I
yeah.
don't
I don't
know.
know if
That'd be
that would work
nice.
for me,
I
but
don't know either. Because then that's like avoiding my feelings more. I feel like again, like I
Yeah.
need to be like in their office sitting in my feelings, or else I won't.
yeah,
Yeah.
because then you can't like just start doing something else,
Yeah, I'll be
which
like,
is
"Ooh,
what
look,
I
a
always
tree."
do. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I like movement to kind of like work through my thoughts or like
Yeah,
kind of get that anxious energy out. Like it
yeah,
helps
like
to kind of
pacing
like,
when you're on a phone call or
yeah,
something. Yeah,
I always pace on the phone.
same. I don't sit. No.
It's so hard for me to sit still.
Yeah, I feel that.
But I don't know. I'll have to all try it and figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome back to another episode of So Glad We're Friends. I'm Maggie.
I'm Devon.
I'm Brittany.
And today we are doing a little 2022 year in review. A So Glad We're Friends wrapped, if you will. Devon came up with these cute topics, and we're just going to go through each one. It's kind of like our favorites, least favorites, things like that. So we'll just go through and ask each other questions and reflect on the year we had. What would you say, like, overall? Did you have a good year or a bad year if you just had to classify it in good or bad?
I'm classifying this year as my flop era.
I saw your
Really?
TikTok
Yep.
yesterday.
I didn't see your TikTok. I feel like it was not a flop era for you, but I mean, if you
Yeah.
feel that way, your feelings are very valid.
I had a lot of mental hardships,
Yes.
a lot of self-doubt and self-esteem issues. I was really hard adjusting to doing this full time and like finding like my self-worth and value almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I hemorrhaged followers all year long. And I just felt like I was just flailing, trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
Do you find like have you enjoyed making the content that you're making more this year than in the past in regards to,
yeah.
like, without followers?
Totally. Yeah, like
Okay,
my
well, that's
content
good.
is more fulfilling, but then when you just aren't getting like
Feedback.
yeah, like the feedback that you're expecting from it, it's when you don't have people commenting on your stuff, or like you just have people unfollowing you or saying, I only follow you for your dog. Like that's not
It's very
validating at all.
discouraging.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I even like still struggle like, should I have started a new account? Was it stupid to like change my whole niche? But
Because
can't
we
go
all
back
changed our
now.
usernames in January, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it's about
I
to be a
remember the
full year.
moment. Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, it has almost been a year for all of us.
That's really
I
crazy.
feel way more connected though to like my like platform.
Mhm.
And that's
So do
like I
I.
think such a big difference in like how we show up and like the overall fulfillment. Dev, do you feel like you like let yourself kind of discover like what you were like interested and excited about and like learned about yourself more this year from like trying all this new stuff and like putting yourself
Yeah.
out there?
Yeah. And I finally feel like I kind of found my thing just like recently, this month actually,
Yeah.
is like I want to be a storyteller.
Yeah.
And like I went to school for journalism, and I think I'm a pretty good writer and storyteller. So I kind of like feel like that's going to captivate people to listen to
Yeah.
the story.
I love that.
So
Your vlogs have been great. Like, I love the storytelling aspect of it.
yeah, and I finally feel like I found that thing that I can continue to replicate, and it will just do better and better. Like a vlog like that with a crazy hook in the beginning, and then just
Mhm.
like funny. Like I feel like I found my thing finally.
Wow.
So I'm excited about that. Yeah.
That's
Oh, that
really
makes me
awesome.
excited.
I've been talking about this all year long. Like I just can't find my thing that I can continue to replicate, but like I
Yeah.
feel like that's it.
Yeah, it's a style rather than like a certain subject or something.
Yeah.
Wow, that makes me almost get
And-
teary-eyed.
I feel like the way you've been doing it too kind of like lends a little bit more to like your personality too versus
Mhm.
like kind of like we were talking about last time of like the person that you are isn't always like super reflected in the content, but like
Yeah.
the vlogs recently have been like really you.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
like
I
I
mean?
do not feel comfortable like showing off my outfits and doing like thirst trap
Yeah.
type things. Like I feel like I'm more
Me either.
goofy and like I
Yeah.
don't know, less
Your
taking
inner
myself less
dialogue.
seriously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I feel like changing my username helped, like, because I honestly didn't really change my content that much besides just getting better at making content more frequently and like filming in the moment and all of that stuff. But like, I think it made people know what to expect more when coming to my profile. And I think that
Yeah.
helped my audience become more engaged and like be able to have that connection more. Because it was like new followers came maybe more for Finley and Sadie, and then we're like, wait, what the fuck is this girl posting?
Yeah.
When now
True.
it's like they know kind of what they're getting into, even though
Yeah.
I have been losing followers every day since August.
Aw, yeah. I love that you put yourself in your content so much, and like how you even share things without the dogs. I think that. Like literally,
I love yours too.
actually had a follower comment on that post where I said it was my flop era. And I should read what she said because it's totally what we're going through and how people are feeling about us. Hang on, I was in the middle of making a TikTok when I realized that it was noon.
See, it went by fast.
Just lost in the work.
Let me
comments. One thing I'm still like struggling with is I feel like I've been able to put a lot of my personality into like my working dog mama page, and I like show up like just me, and it's like all the things that I love. But I'm like struggling to find like what do I share on like Rosie and Britt that's like still my personality and everything, but like how do I show up there and like I don't know, like
dude, I
not repeat myself basically, because like I'm still like when I share something I'm going through on working dog mama, it's like the same thing I'm going through, and I would love to share it on Rosie and Britt, but I'm still like not entirely sure how to.
I fully feel that. That's exactly how I felt last year with having my SoFetch account, because that's what I was trying to do. Like, oh, okay, I'm going to put my personality on this account. But then I was like, wait, now I don't know what to put on my normal account. So like letting go of that account has helped so much, because it's like now I just can share everything in one place.
So hard
but it's like you can't let go of your working dog mama account. Like that's no. So that is hard to separate what you put on what, and it's like you can't make that all business without showing your personality, because like people love your personality, and that's like why they would want to work with you.
I think that like we've been experimenting so much with different types of styles of content and types of content though on Rosie and Britt, that like as we play around with it more, I'll be able to like figure out how to infuse that more into the story aspect. It's like really just the stories that I'm like struggling with.
Wait, where did you just put that video of the bed? I really liked that.
I put it on Rosie and Britt.
That was good.
Yeah,
that's like you.
I really liked that one. And I have like another. We have like got new side tables too, so I did the similar concept with the side tables.
So cute. I want to try Brooklyn, and like, why does everyone actually say it's so good?
Oh my god, I am obsessed. We got so like there's a few different styles of their bedding. And the heathered cashmere is like so freaking soft, and like I'm so, and we got a new duvet too. So we got a new duvet cover, and then sheet and pillow set. And I am just like,
that is so exciting.
The heathered cashmere though is,
I haven't tried that one yet.
Yeah, I read the descriptions for each of them. I think they have like 3 or 4 different like styles, and that was like the one I was super excited about.
Do your dogs rip your sheets?
Oh, I'm like trying so freaking hard to not let Rosie on the bed, because I'm like, this is my gold. Like, this is my sanctuary. Like,
I feel that.
But she, like, in our old bed, she would like dig.
Yeah, I get like
never
some
ripped them
holes occasionally, and so I mostly just get like Target sheets, because I'm like, they still get
Brook
ruined.
linen will last longer. Are you sure the dogs are ripping them?
Well, it's not me.
Okay, because like I had my Brook linen sheets for like 4 years, my first pair, and I wore it down so badly, like where my legs are, and the material just got so soft that it got a hole in it, because like it was so worn.
So it could be me,
but it
could have like a toenail that like went
through. That's straight up one of the worst feelings, when your toenail gets caught.
So ew. I like thinking about that right now.
Or like a cracked heel.
Oh my god. I've been really working on my heels.
Lotioning them?
Yeah, and like like using like a pumice stone type thing every time I'm in the shower.
Oh, that's really nice. I need to do that more, because I haven't been getting pedicures, so I really need
I know that's like a big thing. Yeah, but I just like wait till like the end of the shower when my like heels are softer, and then I like use the pumice stone. I think it's working.
I need to do that. Anyways, back to our
our list.
Let me
read the comment. I forgot.
So she said, "You may have lost in numbers, but your content has significantly improved, and I am so much more invested in you than I was over the past years."
Aw.
You've become one of my favorite creators, and I don't know if that counts for anything, but I hope it helps.
Oh, it does
That's
count.
really cute.
Yeah, so
I
nice.
love
So
that.
nice.
It made my night. And that is exactly true,
It
because
is.
like obviously Instagram kind of skews to like just posting funny meme content, and that's how people grow to like 1 million followers. But like nobody really gives a shit about, like, they're like, oh yeah, I love this account because I post funny memes, but they aren't
They
invested
don't
in
know
who
the
you
person.
are.
Yeah.
And so like
That is such a good thing. Good point. I don't know half of the usernames or like names of the people that like
yeah,
I
for
love
all
their
the
content.
memes. Yeah.
Not even just the memes though, but like on Instagram, I feel like I just don't know the people as much. But like I know
Especially
Kenrick.
dog
I know like
Instagram.
yeah. Well, not even just that, I guess, but it's just like in general, I feel like Instagram is easy to just kind of like scroll by and like not care
Yeah.
about the person because because it's like a trend to not really show yourself
Mm-hmm.
or like your personality rather, not yourself.
Yeah.
That's so
Instagram
cute.
frustrates me because that's where all the brands want to put their money, and I get that, but like also it's just Instagram is so much about aesthetic rather than like personal brand and connection still. And I can't.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
then my feed is a mess because like half of my content is aesthetic and half of it is like my personality, and it's just like,
Yeah.
and then you see somebody else with a really cute feed and you're like, oh god damn it, why doesn't mine look nice? But it doesn't make sense. Like
Yeah. I actually do have something that like I want to say I was like wrong about though when it comes to like feed content or like your feed and like what the aesthetics of it. I definitely think that there is a lot of value in like curating your feed because the brands that want that style go to your page and they see like this beautifully curated feed
I
and they're like
know.
that's what I want.
Yeah.
And but then there's also so many other brands that are like, no, I don't want that. So it's like good either way. But
Yeah.
like if you have that desire and like you enjoy curating your feed, like lean into that and like know that it's just helping attract the right type of people. But like knowing that there's also brands that like if it doesn't come as naturally to you, like
Yeah.
there's other brands that are very interested in other styles of content too.
And new followers too, because like if you think about it, at least for me, like if I'm on TikTok and I follow someone new, I follow them just straight from the For You page of
Yeah.
something that I watch. Opposed to Instagram, I always like go to their profile first and like look
Yeah.
at it. And I definitely like choose not to follow people sometimes based on how it looks.
Yeah.
Not like because it looks bad, but just because it doesn't
Yeah, it's not
fit
the
whatever. Yeah.
first impression that you connect with.
Totally. Another thing that I struggled with really hard this year, and I feel like you guys probably did too, was trying to attract those brands that I love and want to work with.
Mhm.
And I feel like some of my content almost turned into like a portfolio trying to attract these brands, and I still didn't. Like any of the brands that I was trying to attract didn't want to pay me. So that is also part of my
That's
flop
hard.
era. Like
You also got your managers this year, right?
yeah. That was
That's
a
a
good
lot of
thing.
changes though that
Yeah.
you've gone through in 1 year. Like,
Yeah.
speaking of brand deals, what was your favorite brand collab this year?
Mine was probably Old Navy.
Mine
That
was
is a
definitely the
great one.
Target one. I'm still so proud of that. That like performed better than like so much of my content too.
I
Yeah.
think it's also because people are so excited, like, oh my god, you get to work with Target. Like, that's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah. It's nice when followers reach out and they're like, I'm so excited for you that you got to work with this brand or this brand or
Yeah,
whatever.
because they know you love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my favorites were definitely the human brands, like, and expanding into that because last year I didn't work with any human brands, I don't think.
Yeah.
So McDonald's definitely, I mean, that was
Oh
like
my god.
it's huge. I shit myself every time I think about it.
I think about that too. I was literally thinking about that this week and I was like, fuck, Maggie works with McDonald's this year. Like that is
so
so
crazy.
badass.
If
and,
I
like,
could tell myself
incredible.
that at any age, like the amount of McDonald's I eat, I just am shocked. And also A to Z Wine and Go Clean Co. Like those were both I
Oh,
loved
yeah.
those brands. Like I was fans. So just getting to like work with them is so cool and crazy. And I'm excited for
Yeah.
next year to like work with more people brands.
Yeah.
I'm excited too. I'm like really excited for like more ski brands to work with and like winter brands and cocktail brands.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So, and I also
definitely
think
see
too,
that.
like your Vlogmas, Devon, kind of remind me, like we did the 12 days of cocktails, and like if you're trying to build your portfolio or like just test new things out, I feel like those sort of things are such a good way to just challenge yourself into like trying new things
Mhm.
and like getting in a consistent habit of it. And you can be like, okay, I actually hate creating this style of video and I'm never going to do it again. Or you're like, oh, I love it and I'm going to keep doing this for forever.
That's so true. You just
Yeah.
got 13 videos worth of practice of making cocktails.
Yeah.
So like any cocktail brand or like any tool you would need to use, it's like you already have experience with different styles.
Yeah.
That's so
And
cool.
we have like more and more alcohol brands like commenting or liking the photos, and same thing with the ski brands.
Yeah, I saw Ari. I was like the first comment on your post. I was like, damn.
That's exciting.
I was like low-key freaking out. I was like, they noticed me.
Oh no,
'Cause
that's so cool.
Joe's like part of the REI like co-op thing, and I think it's like 10% cash back or like 5%
That's
dividend
cool.
at the end of the year for whatever you spent. So it's a really good deal.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
What was your favorite piece of content that you made? Or it could be like a series or something. Should I go first?
Sure, you can go first.
I think Happiness Month I really enjoyed in
Oh,
April.
yeah.
Because in 2021 I only did a week of that, and I think I also did it in 2020 and I did just a week. So doing a whole month of that, I feel like really got me. I didn't even post a video every single day for it, but it helped me get into like the groove of making content more frequently.
Mhm.
Like I made over 200 videos this year, and I did not do that in 2021.
That's
Wow.
insane. Yeah.
I wish I have no idea how many videos
I
I made
counted
this
the
year.
other day because I wanted to see.
Holy shit.
No,
you could count to 200.
Like,
I literally can't. That's exactly what I did. But I feel like that helped me a lot, and then also like it just allowed me to connect with people so much more. Like people just really connect with that, and next year I really want to do better because that just the theme of like finding happiness in like the everyday and like focusing on that type of thing is something that I want to expand in my content like year round. So I
Yeah.
want to try to figure out how to do that more with also still having like the happiness month and certain activities for each day.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do, but in like finding happiness alone and still doing things
Mhm.
even if you don't have anyone to do it with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
like
my
that.
favorite content that I made, it all like what's sad is my favorite content is only going to be content that was validated by a lot of people.
Is that true,
Like,
you think?
yeah, because I'm not going to say, oh, I loved that. I mean, I really loved, there are a few vlogs that I made for TikTok that I really love, really funny. Like the one where I went to find the swings in La Jolla.
Oh, love that one.
And it was just like all of those vlogs with a little funny hook at the beginning. I love that. But I also love the couple pieces of content that I've made that I was like really vulnerable. Like on Monday, I posted something about having the weekend blues.
Yeah.
And just all of the other girls that commented on it saying that they feel the same way. That is like my favorite pieces of content I think that I've done.
See, that's something I struggle with because usually the content that I make that I'm most proud of or that I get most deep in or like things that I like making the most does the worst. Like
Yeah.
it performs the worst out of anything. So then it's hard to be like, I don't know.
That's like one thing that I'm like working on is figuring out like what type of content I enjoy making. And then like I think Joe and I are gonna go and like kind of review some of this stuff and be like, okay, how can we tweak this for like a performance wise now? So like we figured out kind of what style we like, but now how can we make it better so that it performs for the
That's very
platforms and
true. I
stuff?
like that.
Because then you're not
And-
like going solely based off of performance. You still are creating what you like. You're just making little tiny tweaks that like allow it to reach more people.
Yeah. And it's looking at the performance. Like maybe it didn't get millions of views, but even 20 comments of people like really relating to you is still that is performing well.
Totally, yeah. So what's that content that you enjoy making, Maggie, that doesn't perform well?
Kind of like that stuff, like any vlogs, happiness month, like all the videos I had that went over 1 million views this year were things I filmed in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool. That's great. Like, but it's frustrating.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
definitely want to figure out how to make vlog style stuff in the way that I like to do it, or slash that I can like actually commit to, because I like get halfway through a day and I'm like, oh fuck, I was supposed to be recording all day and I like didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But
What was
especially
your
like
favorite?
I really like experimenting with different types of like cocktail content. I also am like really proud of the Winter Park Chateau video we did with the
Especially you
tour
were sick.
of the place. Yeah, it was not fun. But I feel like we really like Joe and I kind of like talked beforehand about like the different styles of shots we wanted. And so it was fun to like incorporate them and like do different things than we normally would.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. It's very hard to communicate like visions for things. I'm very bad at that. Like
Oh,
I
me
always
too.
see a video in my head, like I know the cuts that I'm gonna make, I know the music that'll play and everything the way I want it shot, but like to explain that to somebody else is very difficult.
Yeah. But it's also like leaning into each other, like both Joe and I's like different styles of editing and content too, like figuring out like how we can combine the two of them
Mm-hmm.
in a way that we like both feel good about.
That's cool.
But yeah, I'm excited to do more like travel content this year too, I think. Like just showing our different adventures and
Mm-hmm. Getting better at actually recording on the vacations.
yeah, you guys know. Like AWOL.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm bad at recording in public, but that's why I feel like
Same.
the style that I found is perfect, because I can just shoot a bunch of little clips, and then when I'm alone at the end of the night, I can think of like the script and do the voiceover for it.
It
and make
reminds
tie
me, have
together.
you seen that one guy? It's like a Sunday morning in my life. And then like the way that he I don't know if he's British or he lives in New York or something. He has like a wife and kids, and then like the video ends the way it restarts.
Oh, like a
no,
loop?
but I've seen
Yeah.
people do stuff like that.
Oh, it really reminds me of your style. Like I
Huh.
really thought that you got it from him or something.
You know whose
Don't know who
style
that
I
is.
really like is Nikki Manch is one of the girls, and then Claire Sullivan is another one. But they're like they film like an event, or they film like a moment of their day.
Yeah.
So like they both do different, like they both kind of focus on decorating stuff. So she'll like Nikki does a lot of like hosting things, and she'll be like bring in the bags from like the grocery store, and then like films this setup of like what she's doing.
Oh yeah.
But she's like you can like just you like know her based on like how she's telling the story.
Does she
And
do
That's
a
cool.
voiceover too?
yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
like I don't even it's just like you'll have to like watch both of their videos.
What is it? Claire who?
Claire Sullivan.
Oh, do I follow her? Does she do the cocktail with the getting ready?
I don't think so.
I follow someone named Claire.
I follow someone named Claire who just got pregnant, so I don't think
Oh.
it's her, right?
Oh, Claire Pierce, I think is who I'm talking about. Okay, so
Claire-
who are your favorite influencers this year?
I had to think about this one like hard, and I still don't even know.
Holy fuck, this girl got 16 million views about shopping for an angel a tree. I want to do that.
Get 16 million views or shop
No,
for an angel tree.
I saw her get an angel from a tree and like shop for them.
Oh, the kids?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah, I
pick
saw
a
that
kid off
video.
the tree. And I was like, I texted my mom and was like, oh my God, we should do this. But I just went back to her profile and it has 16 million plays, which is really cool.
Holy shit.
And it was only
yeah.
a day ago. Holy shit, I gotta go do that.
That's crazy. I did that every year. I loved doing that.
I used to
It's
do it
so
with my grandma
nice.
every year too.
It's so fun. And it like it
Yeah,
feels
it is
more
really
like
fun.
shopping for someone rather than like just getting the toys and dropping it off. We also did that sometimes, but like it's fun to pick specific things out for the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
That
to
is
do that.
cool.
Maybe I'll do that this week. My favorite influencers. I feel like there's a lot of TikTokers probably
Yeah.
that I just enjoyed, but I haven't really been like obsessed with any in the same way that I get like attached to YouTubers.
Oh, yeah.
Remy, I've really loved her all year. I like used to love her more, but I've like just gotten back into her. But like her Vlogmas, all her vlogs, the Pretty Basic podcast, her TikToks, like
I love Remy.
enjoy it.
I really love Ken Urich.
Yes, love.
And Allison Cooch is another one I loved.
I do.
I love JC's TikTok a ton. Like she's just so funny in her.
Oh yeah, JC is probably on my top for sure this year.
I think JC is my favorite. There's something about her that I just don't get sick of, because I get sick of a lot of people, or I'll stop caring about what they're posting. But I don't know if it's because of the YouTube side of JC or the podcast or what, but like she never annoys me. And I always want more content from her.
And all the content feels different. Like her YouTube channel feels very different than her TikTok, feels very different than the podcast. So like
do you like that? Do you like that?
It's actually promising, because that's kind of how I am. So since you say that, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I do like that, because it feels like you're getting kind of her vulnerable emotion, like personal side in the podcast, and funny, and like just her friendship vibes. Then like YouTube's more like long form, cinematic, like more vloggy style, and then TikTok she did like wilding out on her personality.
Yeah. And then her Instagram is like turned into kind of like photo dumps.
Yeah.
I am very impressed with like how she puts out so much content. Like now that you're saying all these different things that she does.
I'm impressed that she quit Instagram for so long and sustained living.
And she came back and got verified.
After deleting all her posts.
I'm really hoping that my Slay era is like hers, coming around the corner.
Yeah.
I think it is.
I think it is too.
2023 is going to be the year.
Actually. I have to believe. But yeah, JC, I love her. I like Mary Skinner.
Oh yeah,
I love Mary.
I go and like, wait, do you guys do this? Like I have like all of these people saved in my like search, and I just go to their, but like I don't watch them every day, but like I binge their videos. So I like love when they have like 10 new videos for me to watch, and then like I go.
Oh, that's fun. I straight up never go to the following tab on TikTok.
I go to my following tab and I catch up with the people that I follow, because there's a reason that I follow them.
I do not do that. I wait for the video to show up.
Where are my followers?
I get annoyed by the For You page, because I like,
but like
I literally
your videos
curated
comes up
my
on
following
my
page. Like my following is only the people that I want to see. So I go to my following tab and I look at, I'm happy there.
But I feel like all the people I love and follow come up on my For You page. Like I don't miss
eventually like a freaking lottery.
How do you really feel about
this?
I just don't understand why people don't use the following tab, because you literally chose to follow those people.
Do you use the Instagram new tabs, or do you just do regular?
Unless I'm looking for a song for a reel, I don't. Well,
yeah.
I literally only stay on my like homepage.
Yeah, like you don't go to the favorites. Or...
No,
I think
that's stupid.
I've been like playing around more with the explore page, because I'm like, oh, this is one thing I'm going to do next year too. I think for the first, I was talking about this with one of my friends, Rachel, from Wild Goldens, and I'm going to challenge myself to do like a photo shoot like once a week to like work on my photography.
That's a great idea.
And we talked about like doing a month to start and then expanding it to maybe like 3 months. But
I want to find a photographer next year too, to like do a shoot once a month maybe.
Yeah.
But like someone who I don't feel like I'm bothering because they already have a busy workload, but like wants to come shoot with me just for fun.
Yeah. I think that's what, like, if you found an assistant that would be able to help with those things too, like who had some photography talent, then it would be
I'm excited for you to get an assistant, Devon.
Yes, that is before the year ends. I need to write my job listing.
Yeah,
before the year ends. Wow, bold. You can do it.
I believe in you. You're gonna do it.
Yeah, thanks. I'll wait until the 30th, but it'll get done.
You should do it like on Christmas Eve or on Christmas and be like, You're welcome, community. I'm looking for you to
Merry
work with
Christmas.
me.
Merry Christmas, I'm
Here's your
hiring.
gift.
That was so good.
You're gonna get so many applications. Like if I got like 60, you're
You
gonna get
got
100.
60?
Yeah, you're gonna get hundreds.
Fuck, I'm gonna need an assistant to go through the assistant applications.
I feel like just like seeing Jenna go through her like the applications though, and like she could kind of like feel like who is like the right person. I know she
Yeah.
hasn't hired someone yet, but like I thought it was cool that she was like reading through them and like there's a lot that like stood out to her. So it made it
Yeah.
look easier
Yeah.
to go through.
Yeah, I think that does make it easier. Okay, what was your favorite album?
This is something also sorry. I like don't think I listened to music this year.
I didn't listen to that much, honestly.
I don't listen to a lot of music. I mostly listen to
So
podcasts
weird.
24/7.
Me too.
Yeah. I just like was going through my Spotify and I was like, I don't think I really listened to anything this year.
Well, did you get your Spotify Wrapped?
I didn't do it, no. I mean, I should look at it.
Oh my
and see.
God,
Yeah,
wait, you should
do
look
it, 'cause
now.
I'm curious.
I want to see.
My
yours.
favorite album was Taylor Swift's.
I agree. I really contemplated between Midnight's and Harry's House.
Me too.
because
Those were the only two albums I
technically-
listened
It's
to.
literally same. As It Was my top song.
Me too.
But I think overall I listened to Midnight's more.
Yeah,
than
I
the
have not
full
had
album.
an album experience where I've loved the whole thing top to bottom in such a long time.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift finally did that for me again.
Exactly. I agree.
I forgot
So-
like what it was like to kind of listen to like a full album. I remember
Yeah, it feels
Michelle
so-
Branch.
and,
Oh,
like,
you know.
When the album, you first start listening to the album, maybe you have a favorite, but then as you listen to it more, a different song becomes your favorite, and then a different song becomes your favorite,
Yeah.
and it's just like
And you
such an
rehear different
experience.
lyrics. Like, and you're like,
Yeah.
and I live for when Taylor releases an album, all the reactions on TikTok, like people
yeah.
recording the reactions. That is my favorite thing ever. Like, because it's like, oh, you experienced that also.
Yeah.
How
But
do
yeah,
I find
I-
my Wrapped?
It should be just when you open Spotify now, but they might have like,
I might have missed the boat.
but you can also just like Google Spotify Wrapped, I think, too.
Okay, I'll have to do that.
But yeah, I don't listen to a lot of music. The other day, Cameron came home and I like had a podcast blasting on the TV. Well, it was a YouTube video actually, and he was like, "Do you ever have silence?" And I was like, "No."
I don't
That's
like
like
it
my
either.
problem. That's like what I was like uncovering in this tapping session. And I'm like, oh fuck. I
Yeah.
really don't let myself just like think very much.
Never.
need
So
to-
that needs to be a goal for next year. But anyways, we're talking about 2022.
Yeah.
Favorite reality show?
Wait, you're on Spotify.
What's your favorite
okay.
album? Come on. What's your favorite album of
Or
last
just pick
year?
an artist if you don't know album or song.
Yeah.
There was a playlist I really enjoyed. Let me see if I can find it. I might have like put it on Joe's Spotify instead of mine.
You could
'Cause
pick a
there was this,
top
like,
40
one-
song.
There was this one artist that I really liked. Like guys, I really haven't done very much with.
Pick a top 40 song. Do you listen to
Maybe
the radio in the
Kate
car?
McRae, her thing. No, I've just been listening to podcasts.
What about TikTok music? Because a lot of music now that's on the radio is just from TikTok or vice versa.
Guys, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to. I'll let you know if it's Tate McRae.
Okay.
That doesn't necessarily sound right, but I really liked her vibe.
I do too. I like her a lot.
I have a lot of like Justin Bieber. Obviously.
Love that.
I feel
Ava
like I should order
Max,
food.
Zara Larson. Yeah, I really like. I guess because I've been working out with like trainers, I just like have them pick the music. So that was like the other time that I would like pick my own music. Is like working out.
That makes sense. Whenever I do listen to music though, then I'm like, oh, that's nice. Like I do
Yeah.
get more pumped up. I'm more
I know.
productive in the day than I am when I listen to a podcast. But like,
You know what? That's actually such a good thing. Maybe we should like make a working playlist, like a
that's a
get
good
hype
idea.
to work.
Yeah, because I really am more productive, I think.
Yeah, I also like feel a lot in music. Like it just like it really influences my mood.
Same. Okay, what is your favorite reality show and scripted show?
Kardashians.
I am gonna be different from the Kardashians. I'm gonna say My Unorthodox Life.
I didn't watch that.
It's so good. It's like the Kardashians, but before they're like overly rich.
Yeah, like 2006 Kardashians.
I just listened to the Him and Her podcast with that girl on it. What's her name again? Julia Hart. And that like because I watched like 1 or 2 episodes of it and I like couldn't really get into it, but I'm like kind of intrigued to watch after listening to her interview. But TBD if I'll actually do that.
I like them a lot. It's a good family show, and like they had an interesting life, obviously.
I really liked hearing like so on the podcast she talked a lot about like her upbringing and like being born in like Russia, I think, and then like moving over to Germany and then moving to the US. I was like,
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why I was like so intrigued because I was like, wow, like that's a very like hard childhood. And then they like were kind of like adopted as a family by a community, like a Jewish community in Austin, Texas.
Wow.
And then everything else happened. But I was just like, that's so interesting to like know more about that part of her life.
Wow.
That's super interesting.
I also thought about like so she wrote a book. I think she was like
Yeah.
promoting the TV show and the book. I think I would read the book before I watched the TV show.
Yeah, read the book then.
Yeah, I really like the Kardashians. Love it on Hulu. Now I'm kind of burnt out of them, so I'm glad. I feel like they can sense when people start to be burnt out with them and they kind of just disappear.
Yeah. Well, also
Yeah, also
like,
the Scandies.
yeah. I think my favorite scripted show honestly might be The Sex Lives of College Girls. I really love that.
Literally what I was gonna say.
Like once I want to watch it again once. Like I just want to have it on in the background.
That's
like I just love it.
Maybe I need to watch again.
I really like that one.
Okay, wait, you guys will be proud. Well, not you guys, Britt, you'll be proud. We started Yellowstone.
Okay,
we're on like
your favorite show?
6 or 7. No, it's not my favorite show. But
did you start because of the toast?
Yes, Claudia finally convinced me because Claudia was so against it for so long with me, and like listening to her be obsessed, I was like, okay, I guess if she changed her mind, I can change my mind.
Okay.
Cameron loves it. Like Cameron's really obsessed. I like it a lot. Like I'm enjoying it. I'm not like I keep getting home like, okay, let's watch Yellowstone until we go to bed. It's a little dark. Like every episode is kind of like anxiety raising. Like there's always shit going down. You can only
watch one episode at a time kind of thing.
Like there's murders in every episode or like just things happening. I'm like, geez. Also, why does everyone like they think that they can just kill whoever they want because they're on a reservation? That makes no sense.
Ugh.
They own Montana.
They're just out here killing people. But my favorite show, I'm not sure if this is accurate because it did just come out, but like looking back over the year, I'm pretty sure. I think Firefly Lane is my favorite.
I really liked that one.
I love it. And I looked up when the first season
yet.
Oh my god, you need to finish it. I looked up when the first season came out because I was like, wait, was that also this year? No, it was February 2021.
Yeah.
Like so almost a whole year later. So now I'm sad because like that probably means we have to wait a whole nother year. But
wait, you said
no,
Firefly
I think the
Lane?
second part of season 2 is coming out next year. I think they filmed it all already.
Oh my god, I hope so.
Yeah, because they did a little like sneak peek to the beginning, the next one, right?
I don't recall that.
They're only doing 2 seasons, but season 2 has 2 parts.
Wait, so it's gonna be done after the next one?
The other show I am obsessed with. I don't know if we talked about this already. Riches on Amazon Prime. Guys, it is so good.
What is it about? Wait, maybe you mentioned it.
I think I might have texted you guys it because I was like so obsessed with it. I definitely posted on my stories. But it's about this girl, like this brother and sister who have been kind of like estranged from their father who lives in London. And he dies and leaves them the company.
Mm.
Oh,
and then like all of the stuff that happens after that.
that's cool.
It was so well done, and I really need a season 2 of that.
Cool.
I'll check that
I'll have
out.
to check it
Amazon
out, yeah.
Prime has like quite a few things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know that they surpassed Netflix now?
What?
Really?
Apparently, like of streaming
With like
wise,
streams?
I guess so. But I just heard that in a
That's so
podcast, so
interesting.
I'm not 100% sure that that's true.
A League of Their Own is on Amazon, and that was really good.
Yeah, that's cute.
I still need to watch that.
Okay, favorite book.
Rich as Fuck by Amanda.
I
It's so
think everything by Taylor Jenkins Reid that I read are my favorites.
I was
Well-
gonna say Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo was my favorite, I think.
Yeah, Seven Husbands, Daisy Jones and the Six, and The Return of Carrie Soto were my favorites.
I need to read the other ones. She was literally in Portland at the book festival that I went to, and like her thing was like an hour before we got there. I was like,
Oh,
what
man.
the heck?
Oh,
But yeah, it's so cool. She's a really good writer.
Yeah, I love her books about like celebrities. You know, like
Isn't Daisy Jones like it's based off of somebody, right?
I think all of her characters are kind of based off of a mixture of people,
Okay.
but I don't know, is it like based off of like Stevie Nicks or something?
I have
I
no
don't
idea.
know.
Maybe because I think Seven Husbands is like based off a few people, like you said.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm so excited for whatever movie or show comes out of that. That should be next
A
year.
movie is coming out of that, and then Daisy Jones and the Six, a TV show is coming out next year too
Oh shit. Okay.
on Netflix, I think. Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
what about favorite place you traveled?
I know I put this on the list, but I don't really know.
I think my favorite vacation was just when we went to the beach. Just for a couple days, just because Cameron planned it all and booked the hotel and like did everything. And it was
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
fun to just like show up and chill and relax.
Yeah.
And I kind of knew I was gonna get engaged shortly. So it was like we
Oh,
were just
yeah.
very happy.
Not your last
That's
trip,
okay.
which we haven't even heard anything about, but I don't know if we have time.
Oh shoot.
Maybe at the
Yeah.
end
They
of
should do it at the
next
beginning of
one.
the next one.
Sure, yeah. But yeah, no, that was also great. Definitely more expensive and the most like lavish trip of the year. But
Yeah. The simple ones are sometimes the
yeah.
best.
Yeah. I think Montana is still
Mm,
my favorite.
you made me really want to go.
It's
I
just
honestly don't
so
know.
magical.
San Diego.
Yeah, I don't think I've now that I think about it, didn't really do much traveling this year, and I had a lot of anxiety around all of it, and I think that's because of COVID and like all this like less exposure to traveling now, it's like harder for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
San Diego is probably the less anxiety one because I like went with my mom and sisters.
Yeah.
And I traveled alone to Salt Lake City and Denver this year, which is like I'm proud of myself, but also like it was really I had a lot of anxiety around all of it. So
That's a huge accomplishment though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Again, flop year for me.
No.
My flop era. Favorite accomplishment, you guys?
I think quitting my job.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was
freaking
huge. And you were so stressed about it. And it's something that you've like been thinking about for so long and you finally did it. Like,
Yeah.
Like how crazy and how much you've grown since then. Like your business has grown.
and you can
Also.
like ski all the time during the day.
I know.
And you
It's
freaking
just-
moved. This has been a slay era for you.
It's been so many different things. And that like
True.
it was like when you guys were at like I think Maggie asked like would you say was a good year or a bad year? I really have to like think about all the different things, but I think overall it's like such a good year.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like I think I've also been like tested and like gone through some of the hardest shit too.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
Sometimes that makes you appreciate the highs more.
Yeah.
Also.
I think that's so true. But what about you guys? Biggest accomplishment?
I have two. One is this podcast.
Yeah.
Because
we fucking did it.
we did it. I've wanted a podcast for forever and it's like such an accomplishment. I think just finding you guys. And like
For
I felt
real.
like I knew what I wanted and I always envisioned in a podcast, but I was like, who the frick am I gonna do this with? Like I just couldn't find anyone that I thought would be like the perfect fit. And then it was like as soon as I met you guys, just everything like fit so into place. And it's like exactly how I imagined it to be. And it's so much fun. And like I'm so excited for the future of it. So I'm very proud of that. Second, once again, just like the content and like actually making videos, like the fact I did over 200 videos. I had
Yeah.
like 12 videos get over 1 million views. I had like over 30 videos get over 100,000 views. Like just, I don't know. I think my content kind of popped off this year. I'm proud.
Heck yeah, it did.
Yeah. That's really
I
cool.
I have
I never
like
got 1 million views until now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is the first year I've ever gotten 1 million.
So this is your slay era too, because you also got engaged.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
I
Just a
feel
small
like
thing.
yeah. I can't pick just one thing, but I have like a few things. This was my first year working full time, but for myself. I signed on to a management company, which was something I didn't like. It just makes you feel like other people value you,
Yeah, like it makes it real, kind
which
of.
like I didn't feel like I was worthy of like a manager's time. But then like, yeah, I have an amazing management team now. I traveled by myself a few times this year, started a podcast, and I got my highest paid brand deal ever, which was huge.
That was really freaking exciting.
Yeah. So
Your one brand deal is how much I've made this year. But I'm so excited for you. I'm not like saying that.
no, yeah. I know it's crazy. And like I do kind of look at this year as like a flop because like I haven't been super happy this whole year and like I've just had a lot of issues, but like making a list of all the things that I have accomplished.
Yeah, it
is
makes you
huge.
like think of it more, like
Yeah.
just process the accomplishments more.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Wait, what was your favorite movie?
Did I watch any movies this year?
This year was my Marvel era.
Really?
Yeah, I never watched any Marvel, and this was the year
Yeah.
that I watched freaking everything that Marvel has ever put out.
Well, what's your favorite Marvel?
I don't know. I just love all of it now. Like I'm just like, who am I? I'm a 12-year-old boy now. I
You're a
guess.
nerd.
I don't know. But
I
besides that,
love Ant-Man. I think
I
it's
love
like
well, I love
best.
Paul Rudd. Like Paul
Yeah.
Rudd is so great. But besides Marvel, Elvis was my favorite movie.
Oh yeah, that was so good. It's
I
like
love
probably
it.
the only movie I watched twice that came out
Mm.
this year. Where the Crawdads Sing was good.
Ooh, yes, very good.
Do Revenge was good on Netflix.
I never saw that.
It's with the Ethan Hawke's daughter that's on Stranger Things. I can't think of her name.
I'll look that up.
But yeah, it was good. Wasn't a big year for movies though.
No,
No.
because you forget about them too. I think when you're just streaming them, like it's like
So
you
we need
watch
that
it
app.
and then it's quickly gone.
The app
Oh,
to
yeah.
keep track of all. My hairstylist yesterday was like asking about TV shows that I've been watching, and I'm like, I literally cannot think of any TV shows that I've watched.
I know.
Wait, didn't you see that somebody sent it? I
Yeah.
sent it to you, right? Somebody told us. about
Victoria
it.
sent it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
but like
Shout
nobody
out. Thanks,
uses it, so
Victoria.
maybe it needs a rebrand or something.
Yeah.
True.
Let's try it.
All right, favorite TikTok trend? Anybody have one?
I really had to think about this, and I looked
I
it
just
up.
like threw that in.
I
'cause
know. I was like, I don't remember any. I like blacked out on any of the trends.
I really like the He's a 10.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And
Good
Dixie
fave.
liked my video, so that was
True.
another
That's a big
accomplishment.
Honestly, I really like the voice filter right now.
Oh my god, me too.
I love it. I don't care what they're even saying in the video. It like makes every video so funny.
I know.
It really does. I
It
think
makes
that is
them
a
more
good one.
interesting. Somebody, not to go on a tangent, but someone brought up a point though that like, are people more trustworthy of or entertained by male voices rather than female? And that's why like it grabs people's
Ew.
attention. I don't
Oh my
know. I
God.
mean, I don't know if that's why, but
Probably. It's just
interesting.
ingrained within us.
Yeah.
Wait, Britt, did you say your biggest accomplishment?
Quitting her
I
job.
just picked one.
Oh, quitting your job.
but
Yes.
going full time. But yeah, I feel like
For some reason, I was like, wait, did we skip you?
No. Favorite experience with our dogs.
I think mine was just this one time that I took them to the beach by our house by myself. Not even that it was like, I mean, it was very fun, but it was more so unlocking something in my brain that was like, I need to be more independent and I can do these things on my own and take both of them. Yeah, because now I just do that so much more frequently.
I love
That's
that.
awesome. I think like all the road trips we've done with Rosie this year just like hold such a special spot.
It's so
And
fun traveling with them.
yeah. And just like seeing her like experience different things. Like when she was experiencing like the snow here and like
Yes.
I mean obviously we had snow in Chicago, but it was different here.
Yeah, that's so cool. And they're like getting older, so I feel like they're behaving better
Yeah.
on trips
Totally.
and things.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Depends on the day.
But trips used to be like more stressful than they were relaxing taking them.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of balanced out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true.
I think mine was my solo road trip with Willow that I took at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. At that like A-frame thing.
Yeah.
That was so cute.
I can't believe that was a
Fun.
year ago.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know.
honestly like, wait, what?
I feel like that was like just yesterday.
I feel like it
I
was
would have
forever
bet
ago.
that was like in August or June or
Yeah.
something.
I think it was in April, but yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Favorite podcast to close it out. Ours.
Just ours. That's all.
I'm really liking the toast right now. You fully converted me.
Woo!
Yeah.
I remember that you were so like not into that at first.
I know.
It's because you have to get like in, and then once you're in, you're in. But like, there's so many inside jokes and things that at first it's like can kind of turn you off because you're like, wait, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, I agree. There's like 3 podcasts that I will always be like excited when they come out. Definitely The Toast, Armchaired Anonymous. I really love the anonymous
That one's
episode.
really fun, yeah.
Every week I get so excited on Fridays to listen to them. And then frick, what was the other one I was gonna say? Oh my god, I just totally forgot.
Not what we said.
Apparently, I haven't been listening the last like
Hmm.
couple months. I don't know. Like I listen to an episode like here and there, but I
Yeah.
haven't been like when it comes out like so excited to click on them. Oh, the Vile Files. Nick
Oh.
Vile. He's from The Bachelor, and I really enjoy his podcast. It's on like 3 times a week now, and each
Huh.
episode's like a different topic.
Interesting.
I really like those.
I actually really like need to find episodes I like with him, but I would definitely get into his podcast again. I really like Tink's podcast.
Mhm.
I haven't
Call Her
listened
Daddy.
to hers.
I like her like solo episodes because they're like 20 to 30 minutes. They're like really easily to like, you know, on a car ride to listen
Could you
to.
imagine doing this alone?
No.
Like
No.
I don't think I
cannot.
could.
My mouth dries out when I talk too long, so
Yeah. And then World's First Podcast. Just love them.
Damn, I don't know any of these.
The World's First Podcast is with the Foster sisters.
It's like so interesting to me because you consume like a lot of media like the same way that I do, but it's like we're in 2 fully separate groups.
totally.
Yeah.
Like where I haven't even heard of the things that you like read and watch and listen to.
Yeah.
But it's like fun because then I get to hear about it.
That's why we need Britt in this little trio.
Yeah.
To not know anything about pop culture.
No, you bring in new things because you do know things about pop culture. It's just like different.
Selective.
Different than what we know.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we all
It's
love
not
the
basic.
Kardashians.
True.
That's all that matters.
What are your faves, Dev?
The Toast, probably. I don't know. I like all the podcasts I listen to. I love the Bad Broadcast, which you guys don't listen to, and you should. I love all of Armchair Expert. I love Smartless. But I don't listen to Smartless regularly. I like them when they have a good guest on.
It's interesting the podcasts that are like some I pick based on like, oh, that's a fun guest. I want to listen to it. And some I'm like, ew, they have a guest on. I don't want to listen to it.
Yeah. Well, it's also so interesting too. Like I actually really like the Him and Her podcast, but they are very guest based too. Like I like their certain episodes with guests. right now, at least.
I haven't heard of that either.
For Lauren Bostic, The Skinny Confidential.
I've heard of her, but I did not know the podcast.
Yeah, I really like them. But like I listened to, they had Dennis Gross on, who like makes the LED mask that I love and like a lot of the other skin products I love.
Oh, that's really cool.
And then so I was like, oh, I want to like learn more. And so I was like searching him on like, you know, in Apple.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started listening to a few of the episodes, but I like had to turn some of them off because I just hated like how people are like interviewing him, or like the sound quality was off. But I was like, I really like him, but the interviewer turns me off sometimes.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, totally.
Anything else we want to cover of 2022? I feel like overall it was a good year.
Yeah, I think we did a good job wrapping it up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pop culture-y moments this year.
I know. The freaking Will Smith slap.
Oh my god.
Iconic.
Years are so long that I'm like, wait, that was this year?
I know.
I don't even remember.
I can't think of anything else.
I
I
know,
know.
I'm,
Good
like,
to
trying
like
to
make a
think.
list, but oh well. Maybe next year.
Clearly nothing too memorable.
No.
That's like when I was scrolling back through my phone, like for those like naughty puppy videos, I was like, holy fuck, there's like so many things that have happened over the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm. I was going through my camera roll last night of just this year, like just to try to see, just remind myself of everything we've done this year, and like, wow, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Pretty nuts.
It is pretty cool. I want to do a video like recapping the year for sure. I'm gonna do that today, I think.
Yeah, I need to do that. That's why I started making a list of like accomplishments so that I could do that and remind myself that it was a good year. I mean, it was my first freaking year being self-employed. That's amazing. I wanted this for like 2 years, so
Yeah. And something that like, because I'm $5,000 off of both my financial goal and 5,000 followers away from my follower goal that I set for this year. And so it's like,
that's so close though.
I know, it's so close and it's like discouraging, but then at the same time, one, I don't really care about followers. I'm more so sad that I've been losing followers consistently, but at the same time, it's not something that like occupies my head constantly.
Mhm. Yeah.
Definitely, if I keep losing like hundreds, then I'll probably start to shit myself. But like right now, it's like I lose like 6 a day or something.
Mhm.
But like money wise, it's so weird to like compare it to yourself and stuff, because it's like I could look at it like, oh, I made your one brand deal, like I suck, I'm horrible. Or I could look at it like, holy shit, in my first year out of college, I made $45,000 by myself with my own business.
Yeah,
What
that's
the
great.
fuck?
Fucking insane. That's so
Like,
cool.
I thought I was delusional when I thought that I could do that. So the fact that like I'm doing it, and that's about what I would have made if I got a starter psychology job with my degree, and I would have not been happy doing that. And like, just even though I'm making what I thought I would, even though
That's
I'm
like
my goals.
That's pretty that was my salary as a senior graphic designer at an advertising agency. So that is amazing.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah, good job.
But inflation is also crazy. So, you know, I gotta be making way more to keep up with it.
I know, I just had to buy an $8 carton of eggs today.
Like, what the frick? It's so crazy.
So
That
dumb.
is insane. But Maggie, that's like so fucking cool that like right out of school, that's what you got to do. And like next year, like you already have so many of these relationships, it's just gonna like explode even more next year.
Totally.
My goal is 75K next year. I was gonna make
I
it
feel like
100.
you should
Maybe
do
should I do
100.
100?
I think you should do 100.
But then will I be more disappointed?
That's the thing.
No,
I
you're
don't
gonna
like setting crazy
surpass.
number goals because like, yeah, it's a manifesting thing to do. But then like when you don't reach it, it's like, wow, how delusional was I that I thought that?
But like even like you're talking about right now, you're like, I fucking did 45,000. Like you're like when you put it in perspective and everything, you're like, I'm amazing. Like, yeah, you didn't hit 50, but like you got 45,000. Like,
yeah, and it does help you work to it more. Like every month when I would check in on my financial goals, it's like, oh, okay, I need to hit this. Like it makes you pay attention to it more.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Set, you might put it 100 grand. You're gonna do it next year. Don't know why you wouldn't be able to.
We'll think about it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a manifesting episode next.
Yes, that is what we'll be doing. So thanks so much for listening to this episode and our reflections of 2022. I think I liked talking about all of it. It made
Me
me feel more
too.
proud of
Yeah,
myself.
Me too.
Good.
It is really cool to reflect on it all.
Yeah. So next week, for next week's episode, we'll be doing like our goals and manifestations of next year and some habits we want to start or change and whatnot. So make sure you tune in next week. But yeah, I hope you guys have a very happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Enjoy your holidays.
We love you.
We love you. Thanks for listening. Make sure you follow our Instagram and our TikTok and subscribe to us on YouTube. Give us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Okay, I ordered McDonald's.
Oh, influence.
Okay, adding that to my pitch for next year.